never work. Written by Peter Bentley, illustrated by John Davis. Billy and Millie were staying with their grandma. She was a famous inventor. She had won a big prize for inventing a hat that turned into a fan when the sun was hot and an umbrella when it rained. "Why don't we invent a useful object?" said Millie one morning. "How?" sighed Billy. "We don't have any materials." "Grandma has plenty in her shed," said Millie. "Come on." "Look, Grandma's bike has a flat tyre," said Millie. "Let's invent tyres that never puncture." "I suppose we could make them out of rock," suggested Billy. "Brilliant," said Millie. "No way! They'll be far too hard and heavy." Millie and Billy set to work with chisels and hammers. When they had finished, Billy went for a bike ride to try out the new tyres. But the road was rough. The tyres made the bumps even worse, and that wasn't all. "Watch out for that mud!" warned Millie. Too late. Splat! "Maybe rock tyres weren't such a good idea," said Millie. Millie and Billy rolled the tyres to the junk heap. "I told you so. Hey, watch out for our webs." "We're not very good at inventing, are we?" sighed Billy. "Nonsense," said Millie cheerily. "That was just an experiment. Sometimes experiments don't work. We'll just have to invent something else." "Like what?" said Billy. "Well, the shed window is cracked," said Millie. "Why don't we invent a window that doesn't break?" "Good idea," said Billy. "Let's use wood. Wood is stiff and smooth like glass. Grandma will be really pleased." So they found hammers and nails and set to work. "Uh-oh, that'll never work. A window needs to be transparent." They nailed the wooden window in place, and the shed went totally dark. "I can't see anything." Billy fumbled and stumbled across the shed in the dark. "Where's the light switch?" he said. "Ah!" Suddenly there was a crash, followed by a splash and a rip. Then Millie found the light. She turned it on and saw Billy on the floor in a big puddle. "Whoops!" "Are you okay?" asked Millie. "I tripped over that plastic bucket of water," he grumbled, "and I've torn my trousers." "Another failed experiment," sighed Billy, "and now I need new trousers. If only we could invent a pair that can't tear." Millie pointed to a pile of pipes. "Let's make them out of metal," she said. "Metal trousers will never rip." "Metal is far too hard and stiff. It's a terrible idea." The two inventors found some pipes that were the right size. They stuck them all together with extra strong glue. When the metal trousers were ready, Billy tried them on. "They look brilliant," said Millie. "At last! We've invented something that works." "But I can't move," said Billy. "Metal trousers aren't soft, stretchy, or bendy enough." Millie threw the trousers out. Then Grandma appeared. "Hello," she smiled. "It looks like you've been busy." "We were trying to invent useful things," said Millie. "But all our experiments failed," said Billy. "Really?" chuckled Grandma. "Come and look outside. Rock tyres are perfect for our webs." "What a brilliant slide! Whee! And these metal trousers make ideal nests." "Maybe we're not such bad inventors after all," laughed Billy. "Well done," said Grandma. "Right, it's lunchtime. I've just invented a brand new pizza. Yum! said Billy and Millie hungrily. "What's on it?" "Baked beans, chocolate and cabbage," said Grandma. "It's an experiment."